All right, welcome back, SMSU fans. Valorant on another day. We had that game on Sunday, which we won, and now rolling in to another one today. Today, I'm joined by another caster here.
Hello, name's Alex.
My name's Alex, all right. And we're going to get right into the swing of things on Ascent here. SMSU on defense to start. Should be interesting. Frozy Boy on the Teo, Fear on the Omen, OG on Jet, Caster on Breach, and Bucky on the Killjoy here. I'm excited to see. We had a bunch of triple kills come out from Bucky yesterday. I'm really excited to see if he can keep that momentum from yesterday forward. It was so much fun to watch.
Absolutely, and especially after that win, I feel like we're still on a high and we're still rolling with the momentum.
Oh,
so.
for sure. Yeah, I know yesterday after the game, the team was so excited. You know, when you win a game like that, it just gets the energy going. And quick peek coming out there.
That was a good cover back as well.
Yeah, Jet just making sure to play your life. Their opponent's approaching site a little bit here. Breach, jump peeking mid. Ooh, Jet should smoke this off. Doesn't smoke it off, but does get out. Caster jumping onto site to play with the team. Frozy Boy gets one. Oh, he gets two, but those get dropped.
That was a good play there, flanking up behind him.
Yeah. Bucky with a kill there. All three of SMSU stuck in heaven here, though. 2 versus 2.
One enemy remaining.
Caster gets one.
2v1 situation. And there we go.
Yeah, Caster gets the second kill. Very nice, and they're going to go ahead and pick up some ghosts here.
That was a great round, I gotta say. That was a great flank by Frozy as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Frozy kind of holds on site tight, you know, knows they're all coming towards him, and picks up 2 before he gets taken down. So now we're going to see SMSU buy as much as they can. These aren't the best weapons you can afford, but you don't get full money. You know, you don't have enough money after just one pistol round, so SMSU on a half buy here. And I think we should watch this Outlaw. This is a gun we see come out pretty often, but the attack site is on the other side of the map right now. Oh no, this Killjoy, that's a free kill and no one's playing with him. Ooh, SMSU giving up the Outlaw could be a problem.
Cover going out.
This unfortunate play. If he had another teammate behind him, I feel like they would have won that fight.
Yeah, or at least traded the kill. You know, he dies, but the teammate gets the kill on Killjoy, but not able to do it. And now we're going to see the attack side line up for an A site hit. Rosie Boy playing the same spot. Caster does get a kill, then dies to the Outlaw. The Outlaw's a problem, and it gets 2.
Hey, we'll take those trades.
Yeah, SMSU now down 3-2, and this was their buy round, so this, they do really want to win. It is really bad if they lose their half buy. Just 2 players left, trying to find a way into sight.
I'm curious to see how they're going to defend site now that we're on a disadvantage.
Yeah, they're going to smoke off main here. They're going to swing and try to get the kill on Sova. They do get the kill, but they lose the round. 1 HP on the Jet.
That's rough having the opposing team already having the advantage on site, like getting your position set up and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. And I think a lot of it stems from that solo push we saw early part in the round. I don't mind the idea of playing aggressive. You just got to play with somebody.
Absolutely. It's also a good thing, like, just to know someone got your back as well.
Exactly.
Like you said earlier, you trade off the kill. I mean, then you lose someone, but at least, you know, the other team is down a player as well. So.
Yeah, and you don't give them a gun. Giving them the gun is so scary when they, you know, now SMSU all on pistols here. not a very likely round for them to win. They got to save up some money to buy next round. Frozy Boy playing a little bit of a different position on dice here. Three players of SMSU playing towards A. The attack side, unsure of where they want to hit yet, though. Frozy Boy did get information, but now he's kind of stuck where he is.
Missile deployed.
Gonna go ahead and missile. Try to get himself off the angle, but they really need a smoke to come through here. This is crazy that SMSU hasn't smoked it yet. Now they're gonna try, but I think it might be too late. But OG gets a kill.
A. Here.
Clearing out.
Caster just
30
died
seconds
to his
left.
own explosive.
That's always tough in a game.
Definitely frustrating.
Spike planted.
Lucky gonna break the door.
Last player standing.
Trying to beat up the shot, not able to, and Jet gonna go ahead and get her 5th kill of the match. SMSU on their backlines, but now we're gonna see them buy full guns. They got enough money saved up from last round. It'll be interesting to see what their opponents bring out here.
Yeah, they had to play it safe last round, but it's hard to work with pistols when the opposing team, you know, got better weapons than
Oh,
you.
for sure.
But now that they're all geared up and ready to go, I feel like they'll have a way better round this time.
Yeah, and they learn. Part of the game is learning how your opponents play, you know. They've gotten some experience from the 3 rounds that have played so far. So now they got a little bit of an idea of what their opponents might try to pull out, and they can maybe bring something out to counter that.
Absolutely. I found every game is like that. Like, you test the waters to see what your opponents can do, and then once you find out their weaknesses, you take advantage of that.
Exactly. Fear gets a little bit of poke damage onto Sova. Gonna go ahead and smoke it out. So they do know that a few players were over here by B. They did sneak Jet into Wine here. This can be a really strong position because most of the time it goes unchecked. Oh, it looks like they might check at the KO. Looks like he wants to throw his grenade, and that is going to happen. OG. Oh, he didn't peek! Oh, no. SMSU falling apart a little bit in these first couple rounds.
Planted. Last player standing.
Lucky does get 1,
Oh,
does
no.
get 2.
That's 2. And you get the 3rd.
The drone's going to come out.
One
He
enemy
knows he's
remaining.
going to peek there. That was so good.
Placing swamp
He's
grenade.
going to go ahead and molly
Swamp grenade out.
the location off. Actually, he's going to get it to half here. Wait, is he holding? This is crazy. Oh, he gets off and he gets the full
It
kill.
dropped.
Wow, what a clutch right there.
Yeah, well, let's jump into a replay of that.
My genius doesn't stop in the lab. One
He
enemy
knows he's going to
Third.
peek there. That was so good.
Placing swamp
He's
grenade.
going to go ahead and molly
Swamp grenade out.
the location off. Actually, he's going to get it to half here. Wait, is he holding? This is crazy. Oh, he gets off and he gets the full kill. And what a play that was. Incredible from Krish. Picking up the 4K, and they really needed that. That was a really bad position to be in.
Swamp grenade.
It's such a bad position that SMSU can't afford guns this round.
Yeah, that was an amazing play, to be honest. He had great patience. He waited for the enemy to come to him, right? He didn't try to push, which was a great strategy.
Oh, he gets 2.
Wow.
Shadows traveling.
SMSU going to go ahead and back up here a little bit. Try to rotate their teammates over. Collapse the map a little bit. But playing individually again. We've talked about these plays quite a bit where people going for solo aggressive plays, and they're being punished for it.
Absolutely. It's a good idea. Like, I love to see the aggression, but it's costing them every time they do it.
Oh, but look at this. Frozy Boy might be in the position of the century. Is he going to get checked here? Looks like
Spike planted.
not yet. No! Oh, that was a free kill. That was the round.
That's rough when your shots are just not hitting. That's all you can do. But
That's
next
just
round,
pure panic, in my opinion.
absolutely.
There's nothing but panic in a lost round like that, or lost kill.
One enemy
Okay, they do get the kill, but
player standing.
oh, 1 versus 2. Oof, unable to do it. Clove used the ult there to resurrect for a short period of time. Is gonna die. So the Clove ult allows her to come back alive, but if she doesn't get a kill or an assist in 5 seconds, she dies again.
Okay.
So she popped it there to make sure that SMSU were in a bad scenario, 2 versus 1.
Yeah.
And SMSU do end up losing the round, but they saved the last round, so they have a full buy this round. And now the operator is coming out from Jet. This is a sniper, 1-shot kill. Most expensive gun in the lineup.
With guns like that, and
You should
also
run.
as expensive as what it is, got to make every shot count. with
Exactly. Does get detected by the KO knife. You're going to go ahead and blind and then spray through the smoke and take a little bit of damage. Plant is going to go down. We're going to see a 5 versus 5 retake. Caster flashing out. Fear does die. Oh, they didn't clear the...
Last player standing.
Oh, no. They need to save this op. It's so expensive. He's going to try to get out, but their Jet is chasing him.
Block the sight.
Oh. Uses the smokes to get out. Very well played.
Yeah, smart decision there.
Yeah, it can be hard to get out of dangerous spots like that. Their whole team is there. They hear him running away. And SMSU going to be able to bring this op into next round.
I think that will be that's a better solution than instead of him trying to push and get a kill and end up dying. I
Yeah.
feel like that's a better way to start the next round off.
Yeah, especially because even if he gets a kill and dies, it's not good for SMSU. It's a net loss. The round's still over. Well, we'll see what SMSU do. See if they change things up a little bit because, again, they're stuck on these pistol rounds. They have not strung together around 2 rounds in a row yet.
Get out of my way.
SMSU pushing fast. Not expecting the double up and... Oh, no.
That was a good play. They weren't expecting him to be up there.
Yeah, he's very patient. It was a very good play from their opponents, but they give the op over to the enemy team now. Sova feeling rich here, and now SMSU got to deal with the opponent side having an op. But SMSU are going to call a timeout and talk things over a little bit. What do you think you've seen so far that SMSU really got to correct here?
I feel like they got to work together more, to be honest. They're like getting teamed up on, and then usually if they're being aggressive, it's a 1v1 battle.
Yeah.
And I feel like if they work together and focused on getting that one kill, that I feel like it would be better for them going into future rounds.
Yeah, I agree. I think we've seen a lot of solo pushes, which can work, but they got to be a little bit more well-timed if you're going to go for them. Wait for the opponents to be doing something so they're distracted. If you're going to go for the pushes with nothing going on, you really need that backup from another player.
Absolutely. Just seeing what I've seen so far, like patience is almost key. Like that one play, for example, when Frozy was waiting and the player was like going back on through the door. That's the type of plays like players are looking for too.
For sure. Yeah, I think that's the exact type of play that's frustrating because while it's like an easy play, your nerves always get to you in the moment. You're always thinking about, what if I miss? Instead of thinking about, okay, this is a free kill, and just, ooh, but that's a free kill.
That was, wow, coming off strong there.
Yeah, very nice peek. All right, and things slowed down a little bit. Jet trying to hold the operator towards tree here.
Here.
Peeks are efficient. Like, you can drain your enemy's health, but, like, if you can get a kill like that off a quick peek.
Oh, it's such a big deal, yeah.
Absolutely. It's also, like, a game changer, right? I mean, we're already, the opposing team is already down one player just from that one peek. So.
And because it's Clove, it's their smoke character, so it's really hard to push onto sites. Ooh, SMSU, I didn't even see that. Sneaky little push. And that was the doubled up push we were talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, they didn't need both players, but the second player being there just helps make that play work. And Bucky picks up the third one of the round. He's the only one killed in the one.
Yeah, he's carrying the team this round.
Yeah, I think unleash him at him. I think he can kill everyone here.
He's ready.
Sova dart. Oh, no, he misses the shot, though. Oh, no! Oh, gee, how does he miss that? SMSU going to back off here. It's a 3 versus 1.
Nice.
4 kills from Bucky.
That was a nice job by Bucky, taking his time there with waiting for the opponent to push him.
Yeah, and now SMSU have recovered that op that they gave them the previous round, so that'll be good for SMSU here. And they finally have enough money to buy after a round win, so that's a big deal. See if they can take this round. Bucky is deciding to keep the op. Normally you'd see that go over to the Jet player. A little bit more of the dash in, dash out play style, but deciding to go for something different here. And he gets the kill. It works out great.
That was a good play there. Getting the kill, retreating.
Ooh. Kind of like what I'm seeing from Bucky here. Fear. Getting a lot of information that the players are here. Hearing a lot of footsteps. Jet dashing in, though, and picks up the kill on him. SMSU lose 2. They got to be more ready for those KO flashes. They're catching SMSU off guard every time.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard to counteract a flash, but you got to prepare for it. You just kind of expect that it's coming.
Okay, SMSU going to pop their ults out here. Oh, and those ults do work. SMSU take the round.
Now that right there is what I was talking about earlier about teamwork.
Yeah,
like that
for
was
sure.
That was a phenomenal job right there.
Yeah, they only had to use one ult. They used the Teo grenades at the same time, making it pretty difficult to deal with. And SMSU take a very important round for them. Back to 4 and 5, getting close again. You know, when you're behind by a few rounds early, you can feel like, man, it's 1 to 4, it's 1 to 5. This is really tough. But once you get it back, now the engines are going. Everybody's excited.
Absolutely. I feel like that gives them more drive to want to focus and win the rest of the rounds. Continue.
Yeah, and maybe make better, stronger plays, looking for, you can get complacent when you're down, but now you're like, okay, we're in the game. We got to make a play here.
Yeah.
Trying to wait out, see if anyone pushes through that smoke. Looking for a random kill by shooting through it, based on timing. SMSU going to close the door here on A. It's going to cut off this catwalk play for now. Not holding the angle, though. Does get a kill anyway.
Spike down.
SMSU lose another player. They lose Bucky.
Nice.
OG gets 2.
Nice play.
One enemy remaining.
Rosie Boy gets 1 as well. SMSU now 3 versus 1.
Here.
This is crazy. Why is he dashing in? What the?
Wow.
I got nothing to say.
That was great. Wow. That was a great play on him.
Yeah, that was frustrating to watch, though, because I see him dash back in with no teammates to play with him.
I was questioning at first. I was like, oh, why are we dashing in here?
Yeah.
But no, that was a good play.
Yeah, I wonder if he's Irish and the little luck of the Irish coming out there, because I don't think that should have worked.
Right? That was one of those plays you just get super lucky.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I guess that works. SMSU going to go for this same peak they did last time, it looks like. Oh, no! It almost worked so well. I like it, but it was what they did before, so they were ready for it this time. Oh, fear! I don't know why you try to get out there. I think that was a mistake. Bucky does get a kill through the smoke. Clove dies because she didn't get a
Spike planted.
assist or a kill during her ult. They're going to try to get KO up. KO gets up, but SMSU did get a kill on the player resurrecting him.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
Oh, they know somebody's main, but they can't deal with it yet. And the main player gets a kill. Now a 2 versus 2, though. SMSU running low on time. They need to be pushing fast.
One enemy.
They find one.
Last player standing.
Can they find the last one? This would be the ace for Caster if he finds it, but not able to.
Like I said earlier, it all comes
Last
down to that
round before
patience
the
game,
switch.
right?
Yeah, the
That's
timer getting low, though.
But that's rough, you know.
Yeah.
The timer's getting low. You have no other choice to push in that
Yeah.
sense. So it's.
I need a drop.
And I think SMSU got a little confused. There was so much going on. I think the KO ult giving him a revive if he dies during it, you know, if somebody resurrects him during it, and the Clove ult resurrecting herself and playing an extra life. That was almost a 7 versus 5. SMSU brought it down to a 1 versus 1, but weren't able to take the round.
But I gotta say, overall, like the last few rounds have been better. They're starting to work
for sure.
together more as a team now. Like, especially that one play we seen where 3 of them attacked all at the same time, and you know, communicated that like, hey, this person's here, we need to attack now.
Yeah, calling out locations, calling out the utility of what I'm using, what are you using, you know, making sure that all comes down together. Because one thing that viewers might not understand, especially if they don't play this type of genre, utility is strong, you know, a grenade is strong, but it's actually way better when other people are also throwing it because it eliminates the options. You know, if you were going to run this way, but there's a grenade ahead of you as well, well, now there's no place to run and you die.
Absolutely. It's you take one route away from them, and then you also take the other route away. There's no chance to get none
There's
of it.
nothing left. Yeah, you just die.
Which is you see a lot of, to be honest, in other games per se that other players do, is that strategy-wise, right, of working together and stopping those plays from happening. So
Yeah, we're going to... All right, there's probably going to be a pause coming down. Looks like there is some issues with player screens here. Fear ults into the enemy spawn to try to kill the people having issues. SMSU do lose a player for it. They do trade 1 for 1 though, but SMSU have lost 2 on the round. Oh, OG could be in a really good spot here.
Blinding.
.30 seconds left.
That's a free kill.
You should run.
Now the Killjoy coming down.
he's in the right time.
They're going to use their utility to break the Killjoy ult.
Nice.
Oh, it doesn't get it. They need to get out. Somebody missed.
10 seconds left.
Breach is going to ult, try to get the retake here.
One enemy
Now a
remaining.
1 versus 1 and the gop shot misses. It hits him in the leg. And SMSU win the round
Wow.
on time, I think.
Switching sides.
Oh.
Wow.
We're going to check in on the players, see if they're... Oh, we had a pause. Oh, 1 second. I am going to check in with our players here and figure out. Oh, never mind. All solved. Now this is side swap. 6 to 6. We swap sides. Now SMSU will be on attack. Their opponent's on defense.
I'm a bit curious to see how they're going to do on attack. Now seeing their defense and how they did, I'd like to see, even though they were aggressive, I'll probably see more aggression from them now too.
Yeah, attack side, you're typically much more aggressive. And we'll see how BluGold is able to defend against it here. The Jet going to be challenged right away. Clove going for the one-way. SMSU going to use that breach stun to get him off the angle, but with this much pressure, I'd like to see SMSU, think about if they want to still go here. There's a lot of players here. They saw that much utility come down. They see another Clove smoke. OG does get a kill here. I think ducking under the smoke so that he could see him.
Here.
Gonna dash towards site.
Here.
That was a good smoke there.
SMSU lose into the Sova. He's in
Down A.
a spot that shouldn't get kills anymore.
double
Bucky
stay.
does get one.
One enemy
Bucky
remaining.
gets two.
Nice.
Mr. Reliable, it feels like.
Yeah.
Okay, SMSU trying to close the map down on the last player. I think they know where they're at now. They just got to group together at the same time. Actually,
Nice.
really well done.
Absolutely. That was perfectly timed. You couldn't get no better than that.
I like that in that moment you could instantly see the communication happening to the team. Fear's clearing angles. He's looking. He's pinging where he's cleared, and he pings, okay, he has to be here. And then the second player gets ready to jump down and help back him up. Jumps from above is just an impossible situation for that defender.
Yeah, that's a hard play to get out of. You got to choose one or the other. So, and that's what I was talking about earlier. Like, having that extra person to back you up in that situation. Great play, great play.
Yeah, such a big deal. And SMSU take the pistol round. They take both pistol rounds. We'll see if they have better success on their half-buy here. Bucky does get a kill through smoke. All right. OG gets another kill. SMSU tried to hold him in heaven. Oh,
Nice.
beautiful shot.
One enemy remaining.
Okay. OG go off. Oh. Not able to get them all. That is a Marshall that got purchased, though. You don't normally see somebody purchase a Marshall. Who bought it?
That was some great patience by OG, though, and watching those angles.
Yeah. I'm really confused on where that Marshall came from. Everybody still has money. Huh. So SMSU will bring those previous guns in. They're trying to save up money here. So this is not around SMSU's favor to win, but they're trying to make it expensive for their opponents so that they can get easier rounds in the future.
Which is a smart strategy to do.
Yeah, we'll likely see, the goal of the round is obviously to win the round, but mostly to take as many guns away from the enemies as possible. So we might see some interesting plays come out in accordance with that. Maybe trying some risky pushes to get behind them.
Yeah, it'd be great to see. And hopefully, like, if they do a risky push, it pays off for them.
Yeah. Caster trying to push up here. He's going to see the Clove. Half out. Oh. 2 versus 1, though. No one to back him up. Again, the times we see SMSU lose gunfights is the times where they're not bringing a second player. Clove does try to clear Frozy Boy. Frozy Boy low, but does get that kill.
Launching missile.
30 seconds left.
Does get picked off by the person holding in mid. Nice kill from OG. That's a big deal. Ooh, SMSU pushing forward and finding 2 from OG. SMSU really trying to get here quickly, but they don't know a player's here. This player is in the position to win the round. SMSU have to defend him. No one's here. What are they doing? You gotta clear sight. Very frustrating defense round to go the other way. They should have won that round off the back of both of OG's skills.
Yeah. That's rough when you forget to clear sight. It's
I completely get where they're coming from. You know, they thought they were all rotated to the other side, but it's just a thing you got to get used to is no matter how clear you think sight is, you check all the angles.
Absolutely. Because there's always that one player you might forget about, right?
Yeah, exactly. Now, SMSU do have the gun advantage because they did kill a lot of players, even though they lost the round. Jet goes for the kill, but OG able to push him off. Fear gets the kill on Silva here. SMSU taking control of A side. Ooh, flashed.
Placing swarm grenade.
What? Did you see that bounce? That was crazy.
That was a crazy bounce.
Turret down. Blocking sight.
Oh, what a flash. OG gets collapsed on pretty hard, but SMSU cleans it up.
Nice.
You talked.
Bucky playing in that smoke, a very strong position.
Grenade out. Bomb grenade out.
That was a good sacrifice in a sense because the rest of the teammates all knew where the opposing team was just from that kill. So
Yeah, I think it's hard to deal with when you're pushing out, when there's so many angles you immediately get exposed to. They find the one kill, but there's so many other players that can deal with them, so.
exactly.
Very well controlled from SMSU. And SMSU do have the lead, 9-7 here on Ascent.
Turret out.
Smoke's coming into play here. SMSU kind of a shooting range here.
One enemy
That's a
remaining.
cheeky little. I like that turret setup from Killjoy there. That was nice. Does catch SMSU off guard a little bit. Oh no. The Jet's foot caught on something, so she didn't go anywhere when she dashed.
It's unfortunate to see, but that's the moment you take advantage of, right?
Yeah,
So-
I mean, yeah, it's frustrating, I'm sure, from Jet, but it is a 1 versus 3. She's in a bad position. It's not, if you're going to have an issue happen like that, that's the good time, right?
Oh, absolutely. Because like that stuff like that, if that was a 1v1 per se, that's tough.
Yeah, it's so frustrating, a 1 versus 1.
Yeah.
Revealing area.
Nova darts out, is going to drone back after SMSU drone.
Enemy tag. Shot that.
OG gets hit with a recon dart. SMSU, what are you doing shooting into an Odin through a smoke? That's crazy. They know better than that.
Too late.
Caster gets a free kill on a unsuspecting pushing player.
Flash out.
Is he going to be ready? This Killjoy is in a spot that can maybe capitalize on this situation.
It's all
Oh no, this is bombed out. Oh, He almost gets out.
Spike down mid. Last player standing.
They're challenging it one by one. Rosie Boy now in a 1
30
versus
seconds
4.
left.
That's the Odin for you. You don't challenge it through a smoke. But SMSU still do have a 2-round lead, and this is their opponent's pick. So their opponents decided to play this map. Usually means they're the best at this map.
Okay.
So if SMSU do win the map, it's very good for the, you know, oh, we beat them on their best map. Well, we'll probably win the next one then.
Yeah. And like if they come in to the next map after a win per se, like, you know, they're going in with that motivation to win the next one, right?
For sure.
Turret down. Initiated.
Bucky gonna go ahead and use Killjoy here. Try to take sight. Smokes are gonna come down from SMSU. Omen gonna ult on the site. Some spam through smoke though gets a kill on OG. Don't get in a smoke battle. I'm gonna lose my mind if it happens again.
Destroyed.
SMSU all of a sudden just 2 players left. Bucky gets a kill, but Clove gonna use ult. And that is it for that round. 10-9 now. Clove dies because he didn't get an assist again.
Try again.
Yeah, it's tough to see, especially those smoke battles. Like, you know, do you risk it and challenge and shoot through it, or do you just leave it, right, and try to flank around?
Yeah, I think the frustrating part for me is the Odin win, like, is the best gun by far for shooting through a smoke. So they keep, you know, fighting against a better gun in the smoke, and that's just not how you win rounds.
Yeah, sometimes you got to know when to attack and when to back off and think of a different strategy to go with.
For sure. Not sure what SMSU's plan here is. Whoa, their plan is to get a kill on the Sova playing line. And look at how that forces this defense. They don't want to leave their jet without a player, so they rotate players over, but SMSU do break that device in mid, so now they gotta be scared that SMSU is going mid. But SMSU's been so patient. Bucky may have baited them all away from A site. All right, SMSU trying to figure out how they want to hit this site.
30 seconds left.
They're going to go ahead and breach alt site, but no one's there.
Go ahead. Stand
Oh,
around.
what is... Krish needs to get something big here. Oh no,
Last
the
player
turret sees
standing.
him. 1 versus 4 again for Frozy Boy. Does get 1. 2,
Nice.
very nice shot. Oh man, I believed, I had faith for a moment
Yo.
there. That's 10-10 now.
Got the 2 kills and I was holding my breath. I'm like, but yeah, it's a tie game again. I feel like SMSU needs to regroup, you know, talk about what their next plays
Yeah.
is, get back on the same page again like they were for the last few rounds before this one, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it feels like this is something that happens to SMSU quite a bit, where they have so many good rounds in a row, and then there's a couple rounds where you're just wondering, what was the game plan?
Yeah, I've noticed that even from the earlier rounds, like, you know, they let the opponent get ahead, and then, you know, they did a really good job coming back, getting kills, making good plays, and then same thing again, right? They're back in that rut, but now I feel if they work together, they'll be just fine these next few rounds.
Yeah, for sure. OG on site, but is flashed. Rosie Boy does get a kill. Bucky does die on the other side of the map, though. Oh, solo push through the smoke. Thinking he was going to catch them off guard, and here comes the Killjoy ult. SMSU going to have to get off site. Oh no, they are all main. This is very not good. Nope. They're on bomb.
Last player standing.
Yeah, that's round 11 to 10.
My ballistics
I can't
are
believe he
piece of
lives.
steel. And if they don't,
I thought they were going to push him down
you
there
can't
at the end.
complain if you're dead.
11 to 10 though. If SMSU want to win the map in regular time, they need to win out. They can lose one more, but that means it's going to go to overtime, which SMSU are pretty accustomed to. They went into triple overtime last night.
Here.
Ooh. SMSU peek into that op. It's a good shot.
It is a good shot. That's just rough timing, right? You know, you don't know when to go and when not to. You don't know if they're looking, but
now we see things slow down as SMSU tries to figure out what to do. Break some of the utility. Oh, Frozy Boy might be peeking into a bad situation. He's going to decide to go catwalk instead. Nope, he's going to walk back into the bad situation. And SMSU down to 3. Down to 2. All right, Casper does get a kill.
Player standing. Spike down mid. 30 seconds left.
Does get that kill. 1 versus 3, but tough thing to ask. Now SMSU have 2
Match
rounds
point.
to tie it up. They have to win 2 in a row.
let's hope they can clutch these next 2 rounds and bring it to OT.
It'd be great to see. They are in a little bit of a problem with guns. They don't have the best ones, but we'll see what they can do with it. Okay, SMSU forced the jet off the angle with some utility.
That was a smart play right there.
Here.
And they're pushing pretty fast up mid, but BluGold gets a kill. OG gets 1. Well, and there's that op. But SMSU not ready for this crossfire they have
Spike
set up
down,
for them.
defender spawn. Last player standing.
SMSU just not ready for the collapse. So 1 versus 4 to end the map. Oh, he saw it. Gets the kill. And dies, and that is Ascent
Defenders win.
given over to BluGold. That is frustrating because I feel like they should have won that map. But there is another map to be played at least. So we will catch you guys in a little bit for map number 2. And welcome back to Lotus for SMSU. Map 3 of the series. Now Caster getting subbed out for Frozy Boy. And we'll see what tricks SMSU have up their sleeve here. Rosie Boy taken very low from a raise grenade right off a rip. A lot of back and forth. This is the weirdest setup I've ever seen for this map.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see SMSU comes off strong after that win that last round. So be good to see.
For sure. Deadlock. Cage is gonna get destroyed. Both teams have a kill. This is a very interesting, very passive setup for Lotus.
No surprises. Sensor tree.
Ooh, is SMSU ready for this player to push through?
30 seconds
Another
left.
1-for-1 trade. 3 versus 3. SMSU now get OG in a great position to win the round here.
2v2.
Just needs to play it slow enough.
One enemy remaining.
There, gets the kill. A 2 versus
There.
1. They should have heard that footstep. Sweet. Okay. Reload up. Reset. Okay. That was scary for a moment there.
Yeah.
But that's 5 pistol rounds in a row.
Yeah, I gotta say they capitalized on their pistol rounds. I gotta say.
Yeah, it's just crazy. A lot of them close, but are still able to pull it through.
I need to blow something up.
Oh, SMSU taking quite a bit of damage here. I'd like to see them hard hit A if they're gonna play the raise on C. This is not typical. Lucky takes a lot of damage, needs to get out. Does get one, but dies again. SMSU should try to recover that gun. They're gonna give the gun up.
Bring them down.
Rosie Boy gonna try to get behind
Bring them down.
their opponents with a flank here.
Smart.
Does get the kill.
Nice, nice.
And he's gonna go for heaven. No, wait. I don't know where he's going. He failed
One
his jump.
enemy remaining.
He's gonna go the long way. He can't figure the jump out. Oh no, SMSU lose. One on site.
Right there.
2v1 situation.
Got to pulling them in.
Gonna pull him off bomb.
Last player standing.
Okay, does work, but that was very expensive
Yeah.
for SMSU. That's
Sorry,
not
buddy, it's over.
ideal. Would like to see this rifle get dropped to OG. He's there, or Bucky, who's also been playing really well. So you're just gonna save up for next round. So another one of those rounds where you're just trying to take as much money off your opponent as possible.
Yeah. But then, you know, that'd be a good round for SMSU to have more money to spend on better weapons, right? So,
Exactly. Oh, 2 nice shots from Bucky.
that was a very nice kill.
Yeah, that's a big deal because that's deadlock. Their character is supposed to hold the site kind of by themselves.
I'm obscuring vision.
SMSU gonna run onto site and try to get plant down. Oh, but Frozy Boy dies running to
Spike
site.
down A.
Oh, Darkness Luna gets that kill too, though. SMSU, a 4 versus 2.
Bomb buddy out. Satchel out.
One enemy remaining.
Wow, 4 versus 1.
Bring them down.
Oh, that missed, and he's definitely dead.
Satchel out.
OG gets the kill, though. And
Ow.
that is massive. How many guns are SMSU able to find? They get there just in time. So the reason why that's so important is, one, they take the guns away from their opponents.
Yeah.
But two, they pick up those guns and they don't have to buy them themselves. So it ends up being a much bigger deal because SMSU bought $1,000 guns in round 2, and going into round 4, they have $4,000 guns, saving $2,000 on the purchase there.
That's smart on their part, right? I mean, you get better weapons in return.
Yeah.
So
SMSU are going to take control of C. Fade getting a lot of information with that hound. Oh, Bucky. This is so scary for you. Oh no, OG.
Drop in a smoke.
Bucky turns around right after his teammate dies.
4v2 situation.
One enemy remaining.
Bucky able to get that, and Bucky with the 3K. Pretty clean.
Yep. That was a pretty smooth round for them, I gotta say.
Yeah, Bucky capped at money. Should buy a teammate here. Yeah, it does buy 1,000. Probably should have bought OG though. And another game where Bucky just starts off incredibly well. Darkness Luna this time also up there with him, 7-2, both of them.
Turn out.
You love to see it though, you know, Bucky started off strong last game and he's starting off strong again this game, so
Yeah, very consistent. Somebody they might be able to rely on.
Fire in the hole.
Ooh. Okay, Clove is gonna pop up.
Spike carrier is dead.
SMSU. Oh no! Why did they open that? Oh no, this is falling apart for SMSU.
Last player standing.
A 1 versus 4. Let's get one.
BYD
All right, a
fam.
little
Going to Astral to do them Astral Guardians.
problems, but they do have plenty of money to buy.
Help.
SMSU gonna buy 5 rifles here, and they still have plenty of money in the bank.
like you said earlier, that's the best part, you know, picking up the enemy's guns. I mean, look at all the money they got saved now that they can spend if they need to, right?
For sure. Okay, I was gonna say he should be dead, I believe. When your screen is filled with gunk and they know where you're at.
Yeah.
No, SMSU did slow down quite a bit
You
here.
are divided.
They used Thrasher to try to get a kill.
Satchel out.
Going with the more slow approach, more patience to let the opposing team make their move first, right?
For sure.
There. There.
Good plan, good plan.
Oh, Bucky is. Somebody needs to help him here. There, okay.
Nice.
Bucky gets both, though.
Satchel out.
Bucky says, I don't need help. I've got this. You guys just take a break, take your hands off the keyboard. 9 and 3.
Wow.
9 and 4 for Darkness Luna. Keep it even with him.
Would love to pick them apart.
Love to see it though, you know. Teammates keeping up with you.
Yeah, exactly. It does feel really hard when you're the only one with kills, but if there's even one person up there with you, it doesn't feel near as bad.
Absolutely. At least you know you got someone else pulling just as much weight.
Yeah. And Darkness Luna was our Rookie of the Year last year, so it's nice to see him continuing to have success in the sophomore year.
Absolutely. And look forward to seeing how much more better he gets throughout the season as well.
Ooh, nice kill there, but Fear does die on the other side. Bucky gets two, as is tradition at this point.
Yeah.
And nothing on this side of the map. Bucky's going to take a ton of space here. Oh, that alarm bot is actually so good for SMSU. Oh, he does lose that fight, though. Three versus three. This should be a free kill for OG. Maybe a second. Okay, he knows they're there. Chamber, SMSU have no idea where he is. And Darkness Zone is 1 HP. A strong breeze will kill Darkness Luna here. Ooh, Teo does get Darkness Luna.
One enemy remaining.
Cozy Boy does it. Very nice.
That was a good play.
All right, SMSU with a nice lead, 6-1 right now. They can keep this going. They'll go on to the other side in a commanding lead. Both putting down a smoke. Oh, tried to pull a shotgun out. OG got to push on the site very quickly here. Darkness Luna takes a gunfight, doesn't want it anymore. Yeah, he's in kind of a bad position. Nice to see Fear take the complimentary angle here. This is not the complimentary angle. There, baits him in though.
And SMSU with that plan. Making the defense rush their, hurry up and make more mistakes, right?
Yeah, for sure, but I don't know if you saw that. That was a beautiful shot. Oh!
Wow.
Breach has got some fight left in him.
He's not giving up easy.
Frozy Boy on the fight, but it almost looks like he knows exactly what's going on. What does the economy look like? They should hunt this kill. Getting this kill, even if it takes two of them, is worth it because it hurts the enemy's ability to buy guns. Doesn't matter. It looks like he's going to live. SMSU still take round 8. The 7-1 lead.
That's true. Good advice.
And a timeout coming from the defenders. Now, what do they need to change?
Seems like they gotta work together a little more. It seems like they're all spaced out. They're all like fighting individually, is what I'm gathering, to be honest. SMSU is doing a phenomenal job at like working together, getting the flanks that they need to get and stuff like that, right? Making the right calls when they need to. For instance, say the opponents did a great job last game, not giving up. Even though they're down,
For sure.
they're still trying to fight to come back out of the 6-point deficit right now.
Yeah, and I do like the change, Deadlock going over towards C. I think most teams play the Raze on A because it's strong on A. And I like the idea of changing it over to C. It did catch SMSU off guard. They almost lost a couple rounds because of that Raze on C. But I think once it kind of, the novelty wears off and you're accustomed to it, it's not as impactful on C.
Yeah, there's only so many different plays you can do, so you always got to keep like switching it up just to try to be unpredictable, right?
Yeah, for sure. Especially when it's not working. If it's working, you know, you don't need to change it.
Absolutely.
Force the other team to make changes to deal with you. Oh, but this is quite a big change. They're going for a very aggressive A push. And SMSU looking to rotate to C. They're clearing the deadlock utility. Oh, the net comes out. And this Luna does get a kill. Oh, and rescued by an ally. I hate that ult. It's really hard to see what's going on. Yeah, a lot of players get there. Now, is SMSU going to be aware of this flank? Oh, no, they're not. But Darkness Luna sacrifices his body to figure it out.
That was a good sacrifice. Get pretty much gather of what area they're coming from now.
What is going on? OG dies, confused. SMSU end up losing the round. All that utility comes out, and SMSU lose track of the round.
Did you think I'd let this thing go off?
So 7-2. BluGold get a comeback round.
Yeah, there was a little bit of confusion there. Just didn't know what was going on around them, to be honest, with all the ability use. So.
Missile deployed.
All right, that aggressive A play is happening again. SMSU gonna use Killjoy's ult to try to get onto B site here. Ooh, Fade dives on the flank. SMSU lose one. That kills two. Ray's ult gets two. Very big for SMSU. And ready for the Teo as well.
That was a great use of the ult. Great use.
Bomb buddy out.
Killjoy checking behind, trying to see if they're sneaking up.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh, two people down to the breach.
Clearing out. Flash out.
Killjoy grenade comes out. Breach knows this round's over. He's running away, and I believe everybody will live. So, 8-2. 2 rounds left to go in the half.
That moment is gone.
SMSU pretty commanding lead.
Now we are here.
Yeah.
Going in at 9-3, 10-2. Both are really good options. Even 8-4 is okay for SMSU, but you really can see this game close out very quickly if they get to 10 and then they win pistol.
Yeah.
I, for one, I'm kind of tired. I would kind of like to see SMSU maybe take the next 5 rounds and get out of here.
Find you.
Yeah. Be a nice quick victory.
Bucky playing in that smoke, gets the kill. Is taken pretty low though, needs to get back. Regen up out of that decay. Peeks into the gun.
Need that back.
No utility used, it's kind of crazy. Now a 4 versus 4. Both teams with guns now. That was a great trade for BluGold. They used a player with a pistol to kill a player with a gun.
Take hold.
There's Luna gonna get that kill. Take over B site.
Bring them down.
SMSU has gotten so many kills on these like edges of the site.
Yeah.
These like CT lurks.
Last player standing.
Need danger.
We're the 1v1 here now, so.
OG gets information on location. And that is SMSU winning the next round as well.
Last
Time to
round
spend this
before the
cash.
switch.
SMSU should be able to full buy with somebody buying Darkness Luna here.
Nice to see Onji and Bucky, you know, both doing great with stats-wise, right?
Yeah,
15
Darkness
kills.
Luna's not even far behind either. 15,
Absolutely.
14, 12 is very close.
Yeah, I feel like
I'll
SMSU
find you.
decided to come out this time and just assert their dominance, right? Just say, you know, we're winning this.
Yeah, for sure. Oof.
Spike down A.
Oh, no. Wow, SMSU lose every gunfight. Oh, Bucky gets a kill through the box.
Last player standing.
Finished back like I never left.
That's so annoying. All right, 9-3. That's a great half.
Yep.
Switching sides.
Now, Pistol pretty much should seal this game. If they lose Pistol, this game can get interesting.
I agree.
We'll see what SMSU decide to do for a defensive setup.
Oh shite, I lost my pet rock.
All right. We'll see what SMSU decides to do. They're going to push A pretty hard. They're going to put fear on C.
Taking that back.
It's weird to see the Killjoy over here on A.
Pulling them in.
Fear isolated and dies, and SMSU, they practiced with Killjoy on C. I don't know why they decided to move it.
Spike planted.
Now SMSU trying to kind of corral them into the site, though. 3 versus 2. 2 versus 2.
One enemy
2
remaining.
versus 1. Gotta know they play. This is planted for. Okay, they do win the round.
Yep, there's. What can I say? SMSU is good with good with pistols.
Yeah, it's crazy. 6 pistol round wins. This entire series, SMSU has won every single pistol round. And there is a small thing I'd like to highlight on that last round. SMSU should have known that the person was going to be playing Hill because of the position bomb is planted. When you plant bomb in that location, it gives you a spot where you can see them from Hill just barely. You can see their head when they're defusing. So it was a little frustrating to see them confused on where they're going to be. But if you look at the bomb plant, you should know that they're probably. It's the most likely spot. They don't have to play it, but it is the most likely.
It was good on the opposing team for using that spot as well. To their
Yeah.
advantage.
It is really strong. It's really hard to play against if you have everyone still alive. Whoa, SMSU get kind of ran over
They're not ready.
on site here.
Just listen to
Fear gets
Futura.
1. He's going to get ran at, though.
Yeah.
Rosie Boy and Bucky tried to retake site.
Dizzy has targets.
One enemy remaining.
Wow, SMSU. They get so many kills here. They don't have to play aggressive. Wait for the plan. What are you doing? You're not looking at the angles.
Placing Swarm
We
grenade.
go ahead and try to molly him off.
Swarm
Spike
grenade.
planted.
Very nice movement tech there. Oh, why are you pushing while you're flashed? This is so crazy. Oh.
Yeah, that's definitely frustrating in that sense. You know, he's pushing and he gets flashed mid-push, right? It's
Yeah.
rough.
All right, we're likely going to see a save come out for SMSU here. Bye for next round. SMSU maybe talking it out a little bit. Oh, SMSU. No, I was looking at the other team. OG is snuck into a crazy position if they don't check him. They do check him, but he gets the kill. He's gonna grenade off a player. SMSU did lose Killjoy. If you're gonna play retake, OG coming and he has a gun.
Spike planted.
Oh, peeks into the Ares, unable to win. 2 versus 3 now.
Creature killer's dead.
SMSU need to speed this up a little bit.
Last player standing.
Concealment. Diffusing. I hope.
Trying to keep them on site at least. SMSU should lose the round, but should be expensive. Oh, they live! And now SMSU have full buy. Full buy versus full buy. SMSU 5-round advantage. SMSU just need 3 to close out the game. 8 on the other side.
Let's see how SMSU responds to this round.
Ooh, very
Inside.
nice. I'm gonna go ahead and jump out, understanding that after finding that kill, your goal is to stay alive more than to try to get another kill.
Yep.
It does take quite a bit of damage there, though. A door separating 2 players very close. Trying to jump around the corner and get a little bit of information. Okay, they get the information that a player's there. Now Frozy Boy can play off of that. Wait, what? Thank you. I don't know how this player gets here when they know.
30 seconds left.
No.
Vove is behind them. Is gonna die
Last
to
player
ult.
standing.
I've never seen it happen before, where everyone on her team dies and then she just dies. Oh, that's big for SMSU. 11,
Absolutely.
but also
Wow.
the guns, like we talked about a bunch of times on this broadcast. The money is tight. Most players in SMSU lived through that round, so they bring their gun into the next one, as well as getting that bonus of winning the round money.
Get him, wingman.
Rosie Boy trying to get information, and that's quite a bit of information. OG gonna swing out and he gets greedy. Rosie Boy just gonna play on the other side of this smoke. Darkness Luna dies on the other side of the map as well. SMSU a 3 versus 5. Gotta fully clear it and gotta commit to the clear. Bucky misses his spray a little bit. Does live though. Fear does get a kill. Now it's a 2 versus 3. Both players on 70.
Pulling them in.
Spike planted.
Here, now with the bomb planted, you're gonna have to.
Last player
Not ready
standing.
for it. Never ready for it.
Nice.
This Raze is on a mission though. Oh, Chris is gonna check it.
One enemy
Just in
remaining.
time!
Ow.
The game sense!
Placing swarm grenade.
My territory. My rules.
Oh, he dodges the ult! I think he's dead. Or the bomb's gonna activate though. Did he just upgrade skins? Wow. That felt disrespectful, upgrading the skin there. So SMSU lose the round, but they did at least take all of them out.
Yep.
They are going to be able to full buy though because they didn't buy to win that round. That was a cheap buy.
That's the unfortunate aspect now. They have a team that got all guns, so
Yeah. So they have to win it the hard way, but that
Nope.
apparently
Down
doesn't mean
A.
much as Bucky and OG get a kill off the bat.
Deleted.
Well, you have the wrong angle, but it doesn't matter. Rosie Boy may be about to be challenged here. Bucky does die. But are they going to be expecting 2 more players to be coming from the same spot he did? Razor comes out. Oh, actually, they both die. All of a sudden, a 2 versus 2. SMSU just got to fall off and regroup. This was a huge round throw.
30 seconds left.
yeah, I don't think SMSU was expecting for them to be ready for that. 2 of them to be there, to be honest.
Definitely not.
One enemy
Okay,
remaining.
Fear gets 1. No,
Last
he
player
gets baited
standing.
into the tap.
10 seconds left.
Wait, did he cancel plant? He has to commit to it.
Spike planted.
No! How? How does SMSU lose that round?
That's frustrating. That is absolutely frustrating for SMSU there.
I have no words
No.
about that round. It was the freest round. They had 2 people on flank that weren't known. They popped the Raze ult, give their away their positions, miss everything. They
There.
don't push as a team.
Drone going out.
Drone's gonna go out. SMSU's gonna break that. SMSU are on pistols / half buy.
Turret destroyed.
Off your feet!
Concealment. Fire in the hole. Bomb grenade
OG
out.
gets taken out. Fear gets taken out as well.
Spike planted.
It's a 5v2 situation.
Crash is ready.
Okay. V2.
Last player standing.
All right. Is it a close game all of a sudden? SMSU messing around a little too long, I think.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, you have a comfortable lead. You don't want to get too comfortable with it.
Yeah, I definitely think that happened this game because this game should have been closed a few rounds ago.
But I feel like the opposing team's doing a good job of not giving up, though. Like,
Yeah,
they're trying to stay in it, right?
For sure.
Good to see. Let's see how SMSU responds now after their timeout.
Sound sensor up.
Yeah, both teams on a full buy.
Placing swarm grenade.
I like this positioning from Crash.
Down.
Bucky does get a kill, but Clove is immediately going to ult. Wins the fight twice.
Swarm grenade out.
I think he heard that there's one more player here. Oh, actually, this is bad? Question mark. I don't know who this is better for. Raze is behind all of SMSU. Oh no, this is going to be really bad for SMSU.
Thirty seconds left.
Frozy Boy gets one and is able to back off in time. Does die, but doesn't matter. SMSU get the trade kill. This Raze on the flank now. 14 seconds. They get the information. The haunt comes out. They know he's over here, and Bucky does get the kill eventually. Oh my, I was so worried that that position
Match point.
was going to get behind SMSU and just take everyone out.
I think that was key to that play right there, having that the opposing team's player revealed.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if any of the opposing team's players were able to stay alive while the Raze gets into position, that could have been disastrous for SMSU.
Yeah.
SMSU has 4 alts as well, so, you know, they can just Should be able to win the rounds by using a lot of ults. They only need to win one more. Fear gets good damage dealt. OG gets a kill on this C push. The C push has been so good for SMSU. Bucky gets another. Oh. OG does get the trade kill. Okay. I thought they both died there. Oh no.
One enemy
That's a free
remaining.
kill. And SMSU down to 1.
One enemy remaining.
Darkness Luna gets that kill. Alright. The race is on. One person to sight. Fade is going to try to find a way into it. Here's the bomb plant. Knows they're not defending the door.
Spike
Gonna
planted.
break the door and go the long route. I like this.
Smart. Make the.
Oh. Deadlock might be reading it, though. Neither player sure of where the other one is right now.
Where are you?
That's going to kind of give away Darkness Luna's position. And the game continues. Ray's gonna grenade out on long C. SMSU, cheap buy, so trying to find something with shotguns here.
Blocking vision.
Oh, so low! Oh,
Wow.
the knife!
Wow.
OG has a guardian here. Gets one. Oh, he almost gets two. Oh, he's gonna ult.
enemy
Gets two.
Nice.
SMSU could win
Spike
on
down B.
the save round.
Wow.
Thrash comes out, and SMSU
Wow. What a
wins.
play.
GG, yo.
Oh man. Oh man, what a game.
Yep.
SMSU.
That's amazing. Bucky with 32 kills and 14 deaths, and OG right behind him was 28 and 14.
Yeah. I mean, those two scorelines are crazy.
Yeah.
SMSU win the series 2-1. Moving them to 4-1 on the season. So great season so far from SMSU. I believe they just have a game next week, and then we will look to playoffs. So tune in then. Tomorrow, I believe we have Marvel Rivals being streamed, so go ahead and tune into that. Thanks for watching.